Yeah. So far I had to.
Oh, you're back. I need a ginger ale, 4 of them. Wait, first of all, hold up.
How about just giving me a little love first? I had major surgery in Florida.
Hold up. Shut up. If I was going to do it, it's good to see you. What the fuck, yo, man? Ain't shit here. Nothing to drink. You need to have someone. Where's all them damn grandkids at? One of them needs to come in here.
What, 13's the oldest one. My son-in-law worked, but he works with dice, so he couldn't get down here. No, man, I had gallbladder removed in Florida.
What the hell?
I'm sitting in a fucking catheter like
right
now, and I shouldn't. I didn't do shit. Went to the beach a couple of weeks with my wife. As soon as I was laying on that floor in pain, begging my wife to get me to the hospital.
It's not funny because I know
it's not now. Everything's fine now except I can't take. And that was because they took the catheter out too soon. I got a bladder infection.
Oh my God.
But and I 30 years ago, I went out and they cut your throat. I'm back. That bad.
I know.
I was laying in the bathroom floor. She got outside. I looked up and I said, "I'm so sorry I ever talked to you." Because I knew at first I thought it was the food poisoning. But later on in the night, after I've been in the bathroom, both ends going crazy.
Lord.
Then the pain was just right here. Like, I know what they said, pushing me. I pushed there, I listened to the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
And, you know, I'm in Florida, I didn't know doctors. It was a night.
Oh my God.
They put that catheter, they
Well, I was like,
I called everybody. Who's the guy? Tom? Tim. Somebody got in touch. We never knew. 100% of every customer I called was, who the hell cares if you can't? Get better when you get back, take care of it. My wife's pissed at me right now.
Because you're here. The doctor said.
You got me sick. Doctor said you can't do no business for 2 months. Well, you're freaking nuts. So I talked to him after the heat. Use your loaded trucks up.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a couple cases. They had staples. And then I had a hernia, so you fixed that, but they went through my belly button, so I don't have a big cut.
Right.
I had that one time. And you don't know, when you're in Florida, you don't know where you're going. I know my buddy came down like 2 days before. Because if I would have went to the hospital right there in Fort Myers, for all the gunshots and all the. So I'm like, no way. So he drove maybe 20 minutes around. It's the same hospital, but different section.
Right.
And it was a brand new hospital. They were absolutely great.
Good.
And then the doctor, the surgeon was good. The only problem is, when you surgery, your prostate swells up.
Yeah.
And I had one because I had to go get all my biopsy.
Yeah.
And everything was okay, but I just had a swollen.
Yeah. Okay.
So then they also the same thing. It's from the anesthesia. So
Okay.
it could take a week. It takes a month. Take up to 2 months before it comes back. And the only way you know, go get it taken out. It can't be. Shove it back in. Which I ain't happy at that.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
What did you say about the prostate?
No,
When it was
they
small.
said that
They give you
small
medicine?
maybe Lomax. I was on that once before. I big muscle no. Screw that. I'm not taking it. So it started to get bigger and bigger. Then with the surgery. It's nuts. But my wife's making appointments for me, so
Good. Good.
I'll be fine. But I just gotta take my time.
Yes, please.
Because it's my wife's like, you're not working today. I get up this morning, I get coffee. Food tastes like shit. I can't eat.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of that. I went down to the place where I go to breakfast. Sat there, I ordered 2 eggs, ate one, couldn't eat the other one. I said, I'm driving down. My wife called me and she was, where the hell are you? I said, oh, I'm taking a ride to Atlantic City. She said, are you working? I was like, no, honey, I'm not working. So I'm going to the office because we got orders coming in this afternoon. That truck better be there. Trying to get there. So I know, but you know what? I can't sit around.
I know. Look, I got it.
But I do. I'm ready to throw all 6 cases of soda in the hand. Can't do it. No, it is what it is.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you get back to work.
Yeah, you get back to work and do something.
I got right there, one of my damn clients, I've been working since 8 o'clock this morning. You don't wanna mess with me today. You have to be down the whole notch just for you.
You were ready to, when you
Yeah.
found out,
Yes.
everybody started yelling, they all started yelling.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play the
I'm
sympathy
gonna put it in my memory.
card.
Yeah, you better, cause I got it in my memory bank. Don't worry, I got it. Well, it is.
Same here, it's good to be back.
Okay. You better listen to your wife.
No, she's gonna kill me.
So look, one time, mom was swallowing one time, the prostate.
Yeah.
You can tell it's swallowing because you go to the bathroom at night all the time.
Yep.
Remember, I was going to the bathroom, but they gave me these pills, take 3 of them, I can't think of them, and then they're supposed to reduce the swelling. But you just,
It's Flomax.
Flomax.
You gotta take it the night before you
The
go.
little yellow ones?
Yellow, it's a capsule.
Right, little capsule. So you took, how many you take? They say you take 3 or 4?
I take 2, one in the morning, one at night.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
I told you on that. I told you it was reference. We aired that out.
We tried to, we really did.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did you hang it up outside?
It's hung out outside, inside, it's hung up everywhere. It's a heavy coat. Hey, how you doing? Are you Miss Hines?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you good.
Oh,
You
okay.
good. It's
All right.
better. You didn't confirm. I looked
She
on
was
that
supposed
list and I said, what's going on?
she was supposed to separate the visits and call me and let me know when.
Okay.
Because we had talked about the 5 hours.
That's the time I was in there, right?
Yeah.
Well, look, you only got 10 minutes
Okay.
because
Yeah,
our
heard.
rules are limited,
Heard.
so
Okay.
they talk to me time.
All right.
But I'll be right out here, Mr. Nelson.
All right, thank you. How you doing today? I'm all right. I woke up with a really big abscess, and I got the hood on because I just couldn't do my hair. My face is really hurting. I got the swelling to go down like 90%. It was really bad this morning.
You have a daughter. She looks just like you.
Yeah, thank
What's her name?
you. Elijah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, she's big.
She's with mom?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
You see him?
I did have a chance to see her I get a chance to see her for Christmas and her birthday, so I take what I can get in that
She
aspect.
still in the area?
I'm not quite sure what the living situation is. I really don't even bother loans. They look like they're doing okay. But she do know she needs something if it gets that far to, come get me, go get somebody.
Yeah. So, Mr. Nelson, what can I do for you?
This is the document I was talking about. This is the document I want to address. I talked to the Department of Advocacy, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me that she's seen nothing wrong with the way the department handles the procedures. And I told her I have a real issue with that. This is the document that, if you notice, they brought, from the first day they came, this is the document that they brought to my house.
Mm-hmm.
And it was number 15 is where a lot of the commotion and issues were created. It was number 15.
About the active temporary restraining order?
Yes.
And you said there wasn't any.
And the police told her there wasn't.
Okay. Okay.
So I've had DA Gentile, I believe his name is pronounced, and whoever Gentile and whoever the new acting DA is, both addressed those issues for the court records. And the DA had said something, and I really wanted to answer it for him, but I couldn't at that time. He said he wasn't sure why he had to address that issue again. And I'm here to explain that, and I'm trying to do this like within 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. I've been really practicing on this one. If I can break out my, this complaint here. The second complaint, this is a letter we got from the first emergency removal, which was based off this document. And this letter states that they didn't find no, abuse or neglect or whatever. They found just enough to order services or wherever they're trying to portray that message. And what they did was filed an emergency removal in April to take my son Harrison from the hospital. Mm-hmm. This is where my real problem comes in more than this one. They stated that I was violating the act of TRO, restraining order, violating the law, breaking the judge's court order. And that was soon to be proven that that wasn't the case in no shape, form, or fashion. That wasn't the case. They did, as required by law, an investigation for that Title IX and sent me this letter. And what I could not understand is how the division turned around and did this. Number 7, this is their second complaint from April 16th. The division reiterates, they brought back the same complaint, like none of this wasn't talked about. And if this, what I'd like to know is if this was already investigated, I would like to know, first of all, how did they even come up with this information, first of all? That's the most attractive thing to me about this, is how did they even come up with that?
Okay.
How did they do that?
Do you ever speak to your attorney? I know you.
Yes,
you have one now?
Yes, I'm on my second attorney, and I think I'm speaking gibberish to them or something, or I'm not sure. No.
I don't think you're speaking gibberish, but Mr. Nelson, let me just say this to you.
Mm-hmm.
You seem like you're a very bright, intelligent individual. If I was you, just like you're doing, I would go ahead and complete that counseling services.
Oh, I am.
Do what you need to do.
I am. Yeah, but that's not going to stop what I have to say. This is the problem. Can you please read that line? Because my speech is a little...
The division reiterates and incorporates each averment into the verified complaint as if those averments were set forth at length herein.
So I'm thinking that means they're bringing back the first complaint, the one that speaks of this act of TRO. This is what they said, and this is what they did to take my son out the hospital. Now, if they knew in April or in November that these weren't the facts, that these facts wasn't as what they said, why would they reiterate these same accusations to go take my son out the hospital, knowing that these accusations was already talked about and discussed and ruled?
Okay.
Why would they do that? You just accused me of imminent threat, putting my child's, what is it? The child is in imminent threat of life and limb, safety and danger. You use that at a hospital using these same allegations that you were already cleared me of to take my son from the hospital. They swindled my son from a hospital. And I would like somebody to address that.
Did you talk to your attorney now?
Yeah, I talked to her. You know what she told me?
What?
You can sue them. I don't want to really sue nobody. I want people to address the issues at hand. I don't want to have to go to 50 different courts for people to be held responsible.
And Mr. Nelson, I understand what you're saying. I do. I really, really do. Because it seems like you are trying to do whatever you need to do to get your kids back. But due to the fact you are represented by counsel, what did your counsel say?
You can sue them. That's all she said. I'm not really the type of...
You don't want to...
I'm not even into all that. I want somebody to address these issues.
I can't because...
What? Are you not the supervisor of the case now? I understand.
We talked about
yes,
that.
And I understand that you was not there when this was initiated or started. You know what I mean? It's like one mechanic going to work after another mechanic on the way. No, already. I understand it. But the facts are verified. The facts are plain. It's plain as day. And somebody really needs to address this. This seems to be a particular procedure or practice that has been going on for years. I just happen to catch on to it.
I know, but I cannot address something that I wasn't involved with.
Well, it's a case, but your caseworker has to go to court with me next week, in 2 weeks, and she will have to address these same issues. You know what I mean?
And I understand.
And this is an issue. This is that your caseworkers went and looked. Man on mission. You understand what I'm saying? This was wrong. This was wrong in every shape, form, or fashion. It was not right. They swindled my baby from a hospital. They came in my house. They said I was violating the law. They said I was violating a court order, and they tried to force me to leave my home and told me if I did not leave my home that they would take my child. And when I scrutinized their works, they took my child instead of somebody doing the right thing to go see if this one statement was actually true. Nobody ever did that. And then what they did in April was reiterate the same claims that they have already investigated and said that they cleared us up and took my baby from a hospital. And I'm not understanding how that is right in any shape, form, or fashion, nor how that's lawful.
So was there any DV between you guys?
That's not my issue no more. That's definitely not my issue. My issue is that They said this was true, and it wasn't true. I've never been this is how I broke this down. And this is the simplest way I can do it because these are all the same questions I keep getting asked. Well, was there a DV? Did this happen? Did this happen? The police never came to my house. That's what both VAs had to say. The police was never called. That's what both VAs had to say. The police did not show up to our home. I was not arrested. I was not served no temporary restraining order. I was not given no final restraining order. I've never stepped foot in front of no judge. Your department took whatever they thought they had and spent the whole story off of it and created and just went on and did them. Like I wouldn't go out. Maybe nobody else read the paperwork, but I did, and I read it clearly, and I understood exactly what they did. And they swindled my baby from a hospital, and that's bad.
Did you speak to Judge Waltman? I know you did.
No, I didn't get to speak to him about this issue. Yeah, I figured I was going to wait till March. So I figured I could come in here first and talk to y'all and see how y'all want to address this issue because this is a real issue. Because if it's not me who addressed this issue with it, how would another individual who may get the same comprehension, how would they address the issue? How would they go about handling it? Will it be so subtle? Will it be so civil? I'm really trying to be civil and subtle about this.
And you should be.
You know,
you should be. You're trying to get your kids.
Yeah, my son should have never been taken from that hospital like that. They filed a Title IX on him at a medical facility using these bogus allegations. And it's like I told Miss Bianca before. I ain't never been in no courtroom for no domestic, nothing related to Mrs. Horn. And I shouldn't have to talk about it in another courtroom. I shouldn't have to. Shouldn't have never had to. But your department just did what they want because they thought I wasn't going to read it. I read this. I've read all of it. I went and picked up every book that y'all related to. Every domestic protocol procedure, every state law, every bill that's been passed, every Supreme Court ruling. I went and looked at all those.
This is what I want you to do, though, Mr. Nelson.
All right.
I want you to schedule an appointment with your attorney prior to you guys going into court.
All right.
Write down your questions because your attorney has to represent you.
But my last attorney wouldn't even address these issues, and I kept the emails where we talked back and forth. And he told me that perjury was not something that he would address, nor the documents that might have been passed because when they kept saying they had a final restraining order, I kept telling him that means I would have to go in front of another judge. That means there was more, there was more to this. I said, can anybody look and see where this information is at? I'm not doing it. That's not my job. That's for the police and the DA's office. So I kept getting told from individuals in this department, from my lawyer.
What about this lawyer you have now?
She wants me to just go along with the program because she's new, don't know what's going on, and the case is really thick with twists and turns.
Who's your attorney?
Her name is Stephania. I can't pronounce it, but I have her name on it.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you call her? When is your next
March 16th.
Why don't you call her and schedule an appointment with her prior to you guys going to court?
I have. She just had returned my phone because I called her 3 times in the last week.
Do you know where her office is?
No, I did not.
If you call, nobody picks up?
No, I get a voicemail and I leave a detailed message and she usually returns my phone calls.
Okay. If she returns your phone call, just say, I would like to sit down with you and schedule to meet with you prior to going to court because there are some things that I would like to address.
Yes, okay.
Continue your counseling services, continue your visits.
Yes.
Okay, you're doing the right thing, okay, because, you did waste a little time there without visiting, but we're not going to talk about that.
Right.
We're not going to talk about that. The point of the matter is you're on the right track now. But these are things you have to address with your attorney.
I just figured since your department was your department,
I get it.
your workers, they're the ones that did this. I figured y'all would be the ones and to handle this.
Right, but
before it gets
permanency.
I understand what you're saying, but this is not part of your practice to walk in somebody's house and try to coerce them with lies and bully them out their home. That should not be part of your practice. I know it can't be.
Okay, but I need you to talk to your authority about that.
Oh, okay. But,
all right, that's what I want you to do.
Okay,
Make that appointment.
All right, but I just want you to know I came here and I brought these documents and I've explained this. You know what I mean? I do understand that you were not there when this started, but I am bringing it to your attention because you are the supervisor on the case now.
Did you give a copy of this to your?
No, I haven't showed nobody that. I just did that this past week.
Okay.
that's me trying to break it down into what people keep asking me, you
Well,
know.
I think you've broken it down, but
I should have never been brought in one courtroom. If I wasn't brought in criminal court, I should have never been brought into another courtroom to answer questions about criminal activity that I'm being accused of. You know, and then I'm not even being accused of it. I'm just being told I did it. That I did it. That's what's going on. I'm just being told I did it. And I'm not understanding how none of that works. And this is a real problem for me. This should be a real problem for you, because if these are the practices, like I say, that y'all are using, there's something tragically wrong here. This is not a practice. This is a behavior.
make your appointment. You're gonna have your visit today, correct?
You know, Miss Bianca was supposed, I thought we was gonna separate the visits, because usually by the time the kids get to me, they're kind of worn down and frustrated. And I had to sit down with her.
You don't wanna have a visit?
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
But I thought she was supposed to get back to me. This was last week, we had discussed this, and I thought she was going to get back with me to say how she was going to.
ask Dawn.
Okay.
I don't know,
All right.
maybe
Yeah.
I'm out of the loop. But that's what I want you to do.
All right.
With this, speak to your attorney.
Okay.
I'll be right there. I'm
Okay.
going to the restroom.
All right. Speak with your attorney.
Okay.
Give him a copy. Give her a copy of this. But see if you can meet with her prior to court.
I'm trying.
Okay?
I'm trying.
Not the day of
No,
court, prior to
too,
court.
yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can work out,
Yeah.
you know.
Like I said, I wouldn't have to. I wouldn't have to go through none of this. The department wouldn't even be talking to me if this never happened.
You know, you're doing your counseling. How was your counseling, by the way?
My counseling's fine. You know what I mean? My counseling's going fine.
Okay.
But like I told her, you know, they want to know why I'm so mad, so angry. This is why I'm mad and so angry. This is it. I understand what they did. I've seen what they did. I've read it. I've comprehended, and I think pretty good. I think I've got a good logistics of it. If you cleared me of these same allegations, how would you bring these same allegations back if you've already investigated and cleared them? I mean, you brought nothing new to the table to even bring these allegations back. It's not like they brought something new, because I asked them, where was this at for the Title IX that they filed with my son? Where was this one at? I never got one. And I got to thinking, well, they wouldn't want to do another investigation because they already did one. They had nothing new to investigate. So if you had nothing new to investigate, you swindled my baby out the hospital. Because when I talked to the hospital about the paperwork or what they had from the court signed by a judge, their response to me was, the department told us that we did everything by the law. And I told them, I feel bad for you because you didn't. You didn't. Now I'll be finished talking with y'all. But y'all should really check into this. Now I don't want to go to court and have to check into this. You know, we shouldn't have to go to court to talk about this. These are facts. These are facts.
Now, what type of counseling are you doing with?
Individual counseling with Miss Erica Lappin.
Any, just individual, no
Just
anger management?
none of that. The judge, when the department asked for that, excuse me, when the department asked for that, the judge said, no, we're just going to do this one, and hopefully have it done by March 16th.
Are you almost done?
I'm doing as many as I can before March 16th. So,
how many have you been
so far it's 4. It's been 4.
Okay.
So,
did she say how many you have to do, or?
they said 12. I believe she said somewhere between 12 and 16, but we both knew that they wouldn't be done by the time I went back to court. So just keep going every week, and she'll just write a report for when I get to court.
How many hours?
1 hour. 1 hour sessions.
Should she double the time?
I don't even know.
You could
ask her. Yeah. I never really thought to ask her.
Well, I mean, we're almost at March 16th.
Yeah.
You could ask.
I mean, that's another thing. I don't want something like this to even be rushed. You know what I mean? Because now it's not me doing it because I need it. It's me doing it because they just want it done. You see what I mean? Like, nothing here is about the kids. When you look at both complaints, there's nothing about me, the mother, nor the kids in unison. There's nothing. There's nothing. I mean, I'm going to the sessions, but me going that's just me doing it just so y'all, it just proves my point. None of this is about the kids. It never has been. It never has been. And I think it's a shame. And I really want it to stop. I mean, I want it to stop bad. And I want somebody to ask your coworkers where they got this from. How are they doing this?
This is what, okay, we already talked about what I want you to do. I want you to schedule an appointment. Hopefully you can speak with your attorney prior to you guys going to court. So everybody can be on the same page.
All right.
Those things that you want addressed, give that to your attorney and have your attorney address those issues. That's how that works. Okay? Don't fire this attorney.
I know. Now, why I had to fire the last one because he wouldn't address these issues. You know, and I let him know. We ain't brawl, we ain't curse, nothing like that. You know, I just let him know. I understand what's going on. So, but.
Yeah, people is doing a CSA, we still having a visit today before you go.
Okay.
Okay.
You too, now, thank you.
How's Miss Cohen doing?
She's doing okay. She's at the visit now. She wants, want to know if you can address the issue about their clothing. She went and bought them almost $500 worth of clothes. Back in January, and they're still showing up with these secondhand clothes. He has some good clothing. When they bought him hard bottom Levi boots because it's wintertime and he has little soft feet. And they still have him in these little soft Velcro strap shoes got legs. I don't want him in those. If he's trying to stand up, he's trying to walk. That's the last thing he needs to be hard sole shoes. You know, it's like nobody's listening to it. Like the condition of them, their physical condition is kind of something that, you know, the question. You know, she's 2 years old. She has 10 months of hair. She's been in custody 15 months. It's dry, brittle, breaking bald spots. You know.
Okay.
All right. What is she? Is she doing right now?
She'll be in about maybe 45 minutes. Yeah, going on.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I know we discussed $5 is a lot, but they're all kind of in your court.
Yeah, my two is this morning.
All right.
Down to
Next week. Go home and think something. You look tired. It's cool. It's cool. It won't count against you. This time is right here, all right?
Okay.
So next week.
Next Monday.
Make sure you 1:15 to 3:15.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Go home and get some rest.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so good, because what's your budget come up, and then they were just on the same program.
Sign out, right? Well, that's my name right there. But yeah. All right, thank you. All right, I appreciate you coming.
I can't think of the card, but I'm around the hold on the shop downstairs. That's how the argument starts when I take them to the bar. Well,
Well, you remember, that's a good thing.
yeah, but, you know, you're pretty good. I just want to live with it. Thank you, Jesus.
look at it.
You need a helper.
That's what I told him.
Oh,
Don't start that elevator.
It got my finger.
You better have a contact.
I was just out 8 months. Look, two years before that, I was out a whole year. Elevator, I wanted to hear my elevator go.
Oh.
They did surgery on that, then they just wanted to do surgery on my back September 11th. No, absolutely not. It's not gonna get no better. Sorry, what are you on?
I know, as soon as I saw it with you, I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, we gonna set it back up for you, baby.
When you're serious, you know you're not riding here by yourself. She went on the elevator by herself. She was waiting until someone go here to go to her floor. She was standing there.
Really? Break down too much. Oh, yeah, I would be right scared. Oh, yeah, if they break down,
Please, we don't own the house. We don't own the building.
What if I just put this whole database in?
well, we don't want you to slip and fall. That we don't want you to do. Come on, booty boo. See you next week, mama. If we be here at 9:30.
Never mind.
I'll already be in place, Brenda will call me, and he'll be here by 10, okay? Okay. So if you get here earlier, you'll be here.
I came here like an hour.
That was cool, So, all right, 9:30, all right?
All right, be safe.
Look.
He was asking for a ball, though.
Meet chat with my lawyer so she can address these issues. And I told her about the issue with the clothes. Yeah. Hello? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So what they gonna do is yeah, and they reset my visit for Monday. I knew about my job, and I ain't gonna even see. After all the water went down, it still got fuzzy every bit. You know, it hurts like all hell. I told her to buy his shoes too, because I told her, I told him I don't want them damn shoes on the seat no more. Don't want them shoes on the seat no more. Good man, you alright? How you been? Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Where where's the stuff that you bought? That's what I'm not understanding. Okay. You force them running back, though. They got that teddy bear with you. Tell you leave it, you put a note, and you tell her bring that damn teddy bear and all that shit back next week. Matter of fact, when she goes drop them off to have it, you call them now and have them put their shit together so that way she can bring it back when she come back this week. And she can say, pick the fuck up. Well, supervisor good. Yeah, you got to supervise.
Yes or no? And you never get to know who they are.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.